Well, Howran's last trip to Europe was not so great. Not only did he wait in line at the tourist site for hours, but locals did not seem to like him much either. This time, Howran spends a longer time researching the trip online with his travel mates and finally purchases the flight tickets around midnight. Minutes later, he receives the booking confirmation email from the airline, but he is too tired and falls asleep without reading it carefully. Finally, it is the day of departure. When Howran and his friends check in for their flight, they receive the boarding pass with their sticker on it. Since there are still 2 hours before the flight, they decide to scan the QR code and give it a try. Howran opens the mini program and he is immediately intrigued by the various incentives. Howran then completes his itinerary and picks Amsterdam to dive deeper. Unfortunately, Howran finishes the quiz with only 60% accuracy, despite all 3 travel mates working together. As a result, he does not get entered into the KLM discount ticket lottery, but the group does learn about many regulations and etiquette in Amsterdam. They also come across information about local cafes where tourists can connect to residents. They all like CT coffee and coconuts and plan to go there in the afternoon. After a 10-hour flight, Howran and his travel mates arrive in Amsterdam. He receives a push notification about the less popular places around the city as soon as he lands in Schiphol Airport. The group likes the vibe of Muiden and decides to take a half-day trip there later for a getaway from the busy city. They rent bikes in the city centre and plan to go to the CT Coffee and Coconuts. Howran stops at a traffic light to check the map for the specific location and find out that they just rode past the cafe. Remembering the quiz they did while waiting for the flight, the group takes the correct way to go back. When they walk into the cafe, they immediately see the sign about the mini program. Howran scans it and gets a discount code. He happily shares the code with an Amsterdam local, Wilma, and both of them get a discount on a drink. The other travel mates follow Howran joining the mini program and share the discount with 2 other residents. Off to this friendly gesture, they start a conversation about the city and culture. When Howran returns to China after 2 weeks full of great memories, he receives a notification about all his achievements. He checks his travel recap and finds out that he can boost up his score by sharing his travel moments on WeChat. Not only does Howran get millions of likes from his friends on WeChat, by joining the service, Howran also receives praise for being a responsible tourist and helps to bring in socio-cultural value to the destination cities.